All right, a real talk, y'all. I almost didn't show up today. Not because I do not love doing my Mindful Mondays, but just I didn't have it in me to perform healing. Have you ever felt like that where your self care starts to feel like a chore, like it's actual real work? Maybe you're journaling, your meditation, you're showing up and doing the inner child work. You've done the Reiki section, ecstatic dance. I don't know. You're feeling hydrated. You're hitting the mat. You're pulling the calls. You're doing all the things, but you still feel so tired, like bone tired, soul weary tired, like you need a nap about 24/7. You're doing all the things and you're still feeling completely off. Well, I'm here to name it healing fatigue. That's real. And what most people call laziness or resistance might actually just be your nervous system is waiting to reset. It's waving the right white flag saying, hey, you are doing too much. You've added another tool to your tool belt. I actually need time to integrate. So it's feeling rather confused. So your productivity starts to wane and you are not going to be progressing as you'd like to. You might even feel like your healing journey has gone to an ultimate halt. And maybe you also don't understand that rest is actually medicine. And so today in this episode, I'm going to be pulling back the curtains on performance healing and how it could be trauma filled or trauma fueled, overachieving, and what that looks like when you're doing all the things, but you aren't leaving room for rest and integration. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another Mindful Monday. That's right. I am your host, your girl, Erica Trevell, also known as the Mindful Mistress. I am here to help us shift our perspective, offer insights to help us grow spiritually, energetically, and honor every single part of our journey. Here at Prism Vibes, we're doing a little bit of a shift because it's not just about recovery and release, but it's about resonance. And if you are new to the channel, well, of course, like, subscribe, do all those things, but I want you to know that we are multidimensional beings. You have a seat at the table, and there are going to be some weeks where I am diving into the nitty gritty neuroscience. And there are other weeks like today where, I'm just being real. And I am showing up and showing a part of my soul, even though it feels so tired. And I'm doing this because I know healing is not just about what you do, it is how you feel when you do it. Believe it or not, like I said before, I didn't feel like creating a video. I was going to be like, this week is just going to be a no video week. But as I was thinking about that, I really was digging into my own vibrational awareness and understanding that, wait, this is the actual video. The video of telling people that when you feel like this, you're still doing the work, you are still healing. And healing can sometimes feel like a job. Healing can feel and look ugly, disgusting. But that's about being able to embrace every single aspect of your journey, whether it's a high vibe or a low vibe. This isn't just about checking off all the self-care activities on your to-do list. It's so much more than that when you are truly in it for transformation and healing. So when healing becomes this performance, which it can, let's just talk about it. It's really the shadow side of doing the work, where you wake up, you go straight into your ritual list, your affirmations, the inner child, you're checking in, you're doing the breath work, you've got the gratitude, and you're still feeling disconnected. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are doing anything wrong, but you could have replaced the hustle culture mentality with a spiritual hustle culture or like a bypassing. And why, you might ask? And it's because so many of us have learned at an early age that love and safety had to be earned. Like, you have to do the things, you have to keep doing regardless. So now that we're on our healing journey, we're out there to prove that we're worthy of the financial blessings. We're worthy of the peace. We're worthy of the love that we seek. So we might go into the mode where we are constantly chasing healing goals and not really being reflective of the true purpose of that is really to uncouple from that limiting pattern or beliefs. So while this is going on, because our body is our library and our body remembers every single event that we have been through, our body is begging us to, like, hold up, stop. We are going through so many changes, girl. You need to slow your roll. Like, seriously, slow your roll. We don't need to learn another breath work exercise. We do not need to do another somatic healing. What we need right now is to pause. And pause is actually healing. And when we think about trauma, this could even be your trauma loop dressed up as a ritual loop. If your worth is still tied to your productivity, your output, even your spiritual output, then rest is going to feel wrong. Rest is going to seem like laziness. Rest is going to seem like you are failing. Rest is going to be something that you have deemed or categorized as very negative. But rest is actually recalibration. You are not falling off. It is not your fault. You are actually calling yourself back home. Healing is not about the hustle. It really is an energetic repatterning of what you used to believe to who you are becoming. And so, in that, knowing that you are not lazy, right? You have to unlearn that. You have to unlearn the over functioning. You are not falling off. You're finally letting your nervous system downshift from overdrive. So the guilt that you could be feeling when you are being or not being what you call productive in your healing journey could really actually be that trauma imprint. Somewhere along the line, somewhere along the way, you learn that you just had to do it right to be worthy. So again, this rest feels like failure. But the truth is that rest is how your frequency stabilizes itself. You can't vibe high when your body is stuck in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. You are just in the you're attuning yourself. You're not behind. You're in the phase where you are attuning your body like an instrument. If a guitar is strung too tight, or let's say the guitar is strung tight and it's out of tune, you don't string it tighter to make it be in tune, right? You can't force that healing. And that reminds me, I had a client, and let's just, I don't know, let's call her, let's call her Bree. And Bree came to me super frustrated. Erica, I'm doing all the things. I'm doing all the work. I've done even EMDR. I've done some sound baths. We did some plant medicine. I've been working on my nervous system, all of these things. But why do I still like I'm on the edge of burnout? Like I am going to have a nervous breakdown. And, I asked her, when was the last time she did nothing? Like she actively and was intentionally doing nothing. She had to think. It had been a moment. She didn't know what nothing was. She didn't know what rest was. And she was always trying to do the thing to get to peace, to earn her peace. So no podcast, right? This means no nervous system tracking app. This means, no healing playlist, no affirmations in the morning, in the background, just simply stillness. And for some of us, we're like her. We don't know when the last time we rested, like we were intentional about our rest. And I've been there too. I am there right now. Like I said, I did not want to show up today. But as I was crafting this, I did get a boost of surge of energy. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to talk about how I don't feel like showing up, because there are so many people. It could just be in one area of your life. It could be in all areas of your life. But there are so many people I feel like today for whatever reason, I won't say why, but we all are developing this vibrational awareness and can understand the environment, situations, the things that we take in that cause us to feel like this as well. So the days that I don't feel like showing up, I really don't. Um, this is special because I'm talking to you about not showing up, and I like normally I would, put on a little makeup, make sure the face card was eaten. But no, I'm holding space for me as I hold space for you. And this is how I'm able to show up because I'm being real. I'm not delivering the healing. I'm not performing. I'm just telling you what I've been through, what I'm going through. And if you resonate with this and if you're going through this, how what it actually is, and then how we can navigate this particular frequency. Because, like anything, we know our life goes in cycles, and so what this is well, when you're doing the if it is from healing burnout, you have a mismatch in frequencies. So here are some signs that you are in maybe a spiritual burnout, if you feel like that's what's going on right here. So, like that deep burnout when you're doing all the things, but you haven't put any rest in. So, one really key sign is you feel super guilty about resting, right? Like when you take a break or when you feel like taking a break, you immediately start to feel like, oh my God, I'm not growing anymore. I'm backsliding, or I'm slipping out of alignment, or I'm I am becoming out of tune. That's a sign. The second sign is if you just keep adding healing tools to your tool belt instead of resting. That is a sign that not only burnout, but there's likely that there is some trauma that is tied to that, where you have attached your worth, your value to your output. So you feel like, oh my gosh, maybe I need to do some ETF. Maybe I need to do an integration circle. Maybe I need to do some more plant medicine. Maybe I need to add some more supplements. That could be a sign that you were actually spiritually burnt out. And baby, if you need a nap, take that nap. I'm serious, y'all. All right. Third sign that your body just feels done, even when your mind is maybe motivated. So your mind is like, yeah, let's do it. Let's heal. Let's learn the things. Let's do the do. And your body's like, sis, sit still. Like, don't even come at me with that. That's a dissonance that you are experiencing, where your mind is feeling one way, but your body, right, the sole source of truth, we could say, is like, nah, girl, it ain't happening. This means your nervous system cannot regulate in that state when you have the dissonance between your mind and your body. So as we are working on not only our vibrational awareness, but our vibrational intelligence, and how this translates to what we're feeling right now, is when we talk about vibrational intelligence, what that is your ability to sense, to regulate, and to respond to energy, both your own energy and the energy around you. So again, your ability to not only sense what energy is around you, but to regulate and then respond, not react, because that would be like trauma. Respond to the energy that you have and are around you. So rest, stillness, saying, nah, I just need to take a nap today. That is actually high level frequency work. I want you to think about that. Taking rest, taking stillness, taking a break is high level frequency work. Now you ask me why. Good. It's high level frequency work because it shows that you know how to protect your power without leaking it. You're not running on fumes to try to prove everything to everyone, because this is this is your journey. You are actually self-sourcing. So this is what vibrational intelligence is all about: the ability to sense, to regulate, to respond. This is what can create you or create you. This is what can help you be in that high vibration. It's about knowing your own vibe, what it needs, and giving it exactly that without apology. Point blank, period. You got it? Okay. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy to some of y'all, but rest is that radical vibration that we need. And so if up until now you're still not with me, you haven't been in the kitchen cooking with me and you're like, I'm not sure, but let me help you reframe. Rest is not a retreat. Rest is a return. When you rest, you are not stepping away from your healing. You are actually returning to the core of it. You're returning home. Your breath, your body, your baseline. Rest allows your frequency to rest from the inside out without forcing it. And rest, it just happens to be a part of stillness. It is that saying no without feeling guilty. It's letting those dirty dishes stay in the sink tonight. Like, it's not going to kill you. It's choosing silence over a self-help reel, television. Trusting that your worth doesn't dip when your output dips. It's the heart of vibrational healing. And it's not always about the doing. It's the attuning to the rhythm of your own nervous system, your own heart song, attuning to what actually helps you feel whole, not attuning to something else, right? Not attuning to somebody else's version of wholeness, attuning to what makes you feel home. So I want to give you some 3 simple truths of how you can reclaim this. I need you to know that rest is not regression. Rest is not regression. Stillness is a strategy, so do not confuse that with being stuck. Second, rest is a reset for your own frequency. Your body cannot integrate all of the healing if you are constantly on go 24/7. Rest is the best flex ever. Let me repeat. Number 3, rest is the best flex ever. Okay, not ER, ever. Rest is the best flex ever. Choosing not to perform, spiritually or otherwise, is power, especially for those of us who were raised in that hustle culture, love mentality. Rest is your flex. Just rest is your flex, right? Like, I feel like I'm about to spit some bars. Okay, no, I won't. I'm trying. You don't want to hear it. If you have room, I invite you literally for 60 seconds, maybe even less, to honestly just take a moment. Take a moment where you are. Close your eyes if that feels safe and available to you. Of course, if you're driving, don't do that. Place your hand on your belly or your chest. And I just want you to take some breaths. And as you take some breath, just sit with that. How does that feel? Again, this is a very simple heart coherent exercise. Again, you don't have to do it because your rest may say that this is too much, and that's okay, But tapping into how you feel. Is it spiritually you are doing too much and you need to rest to integrate? Or are you just doing too much in the world? Or are you not able to navigate the energy and vibration that is coming at you? Whatever that is, this is how we build our awareness. This is how we build our intelligence, and then move, act, respond accordingly, right? So I want you to know that your healing does not have to be loud. It does not have to be a big grand display to be valid. It can be soft and quiet. Your growth doesn't always come from the fireworks and all the things. And some of your most powerful moments, those shifts actually happen in the moments of stillness, when you're in the bedroom, when you're in the hallway and you have a breakdown, and then there comes that breakthrough. So I want you to understand that having a pause, being in stillness, That is okay. When you don't feel like doing anything, don't do anything. And just sit in whatever message is coming to you at that moment, in that peace, in that stillness. And if you want to reflect on with me, I invite you to answer the question, what part of your healing journey has felt like performance? What has been performative lately? Where could you lean into rest without that guilt? Would love for you to share that with me down in the comments. Send me a DM or find me on IG. Would love to know what that is like for you. Thank you so much. If this episode resonated with you, please share this with someone. You know, do all the things like subscribe. I can't say it. Like, share, subscribe, and let's stop pretending. Let's just be real. Let's build a culture of being authentic and being able to show up how we feel and know that that's okay. That girl, I ain't got a full set of enchiladas for this fiesta today. So it is what it is. What it is. Thank you so much for joining me, beautiful souls, wherever you are. I appreciate this time. Until next time, may you continue to attune to the things in your life that make you feel whole. I'm here for you as always. Bye.